3 weeks has come and gone so quickly here in Vietnam, hasn't it, Dad?
Yes, it has.
What was your favorite part?
Well, I guess that 4-day motorbike ride.
Yes, the Ha Giang Loop, definitely one of the big highlights. But we are back at the airport, guys, here in Hanoi, and we are going to be flying to a new country for the both of us, which is Laos. Initially, I thought we could take the bus there because when you look on the map, like, it's just right there, right? It's just the next country over, and Luang Prabang, where I initially wanted to start our journey, didn't look that far, but it is approximately 24 hours to get there by bus. Dad, do you want to be on a sleeper bus for 24 hours?
No way.
I mean, the sleeper buses are nice here in Vietnam, but that would be a bit much. So instead, we have gone with the more expensive but fast option, which is to fly. Unfortunately, it was a bit more expensive than I was expecting for our 2 flights that basically is just an hour-long flight. It's with Vietnam Airlines. The cheapest flight I could find was like $200 US each, so a bit much for such a quick flight. But yeah, I thought I would document the journey for you guys because there are going to be, quite a few things that we need to do when traveling to Laos for the first time, like getting the visa on arrival, getting a SIM card. So for anybody who is thinking of going to Laos for the first time, hopefully this video will make you feel a bit more prepared. So as I said before, we are flying with Vietnam Airlines. This will actually be the first time that I am flying with them, but of course it's going to be a very short flight, so hard to know what they'd be like on long haul. If you've ever flown with them, please let me know what your experience was, because I do know they do quite a few longer international routes as well. All right, Dad, this is your second lounge experience. You're a seasoned pro.
Yeah, pretty fancy for me.
I think it's just, buffet style as usual, and it looks pretty good. A lot of selection, so let's go check it out. I see you've already got a full plate.
I don't even know what to take.
Well, this is awesome. Look at all the fresh fruit that they got here.
Come back just for food.
Well, you can always get seconds or thirds, but I know you like the fresh rolls there too. So they got fresh rolls, and then they also have some sushi rolls, which is great. Dare I say, this is one of the best lounge buffets I have been to in quite some time.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, this one is nicer than the one that we had in Toronto. That one was just okay, but this one has so many options, and even though I haven't eaten anything yet, it looks like it's gonna taste really, really good. So after an absolutely delicious meal, I'm going to do what I always do afterwards, which is to take my daily multivitamin. Ritual also happens to be the sponsor of today's video, and I have been taking their Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin for quite a few months now. Since I am traveling so much, I always want to make sure that I am supporting my foundational health, so having a high quality and third-party tested vitamin is super important to me. Ritual's Essential for Women 18 Plus multivitamin is USP verified, it's backed by a university-led clinical study, and the vitamins are also vegan-friendly, non-GMO verified, gluten-free, and allergen-free. I also really like that Ritual has a delayed release capsule design where these actually dissolve in your small intestine, helping the nutrients absorb better. Ritual also has a happiness guarantee, which means that if you're not satisfied in the next 30 days, you can get your money back. So if you guys want to start your own ritual, which you can feel good about, you can go to the link in the description, which is ritual.com/AlinaMC30, or click this QR code on the screen. You will get 30% off of your first month. So thank you so much to Ritual for sponsoring today's video, and let's get on our flight to Laos. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen to you before, but I clearly requested a window seat and did not get one. So luckily the plane wasn't that full, so they let me and my dad switch seats, because that's a bit odd that that would happen. The flight itself went overall fine. Obviously, you can't really expect much when it's only an hour long. But one important thing that I wanted to mention is that you should definitely take the arrival departure forms when they are being handed out and fill them out while you are on the plane, since it'll save you some time at immigration. Obviously, I can't speak on every country's situation, but if you are Canadian or American, you can get a visa on arrival, which I would say is the easiest way to go about getting into Laos. It is only for a 30-day duration, so if you are going to need a couple of months, it would be best to apply at your local consulate. So when you first get to the airport, you actually have to fill out another form for the visa on arrival, and you have to go to that line first. For most nationalities, I saw that it was currently $40 US, and you have to have that amount in USD. And they also ask you to bring 2 recent passport photos, but I had actually read online that it's fine if you don't. You just have to pay an extra $1 for them to scan the picture that's in your passport, so we just decided to do that instead. Once we got our visas and went through immigration, we then started looking for a place to take out some money, but strangely could not find any ATMs inside of the airport. We ended up just converting some USD for the time being, but found out later that the ATMs are actually on the outside of the airport. From there, we headed to the Unitel counter to get a SIM card, because that is supposed to be the best provider in Laos. I know I can get it for cheaper outside of the airport, but personally, I just prefer the convenience. After that, we were greeted by our driver from the hotel. I had arranged a pickup before we got there. Keep in mind, there is no Grab in Laos. They have a different local app that they use, but I just thought it would be easier to go with the driver from the hotel. We made it! We're in Laos. My dad is gonna take a room tour, and he's especially impressed by the towel swans that they have made here, right, Dad?
I've never seen that in Canada.
No?
At least where I've never been any place.
It's a bit difficult for me to remember how to say this exact name, but it's Villa Chitcheriyun and 2. That's the name of it. I'll put it here. But this place had such good reviews online, especially because of the lovely family that owns it, and having just chatted with them and having her arranged our ride here, I can say they are such lovely people. But yeah, this is our twin room. We're actually only sharing a room for a couple of nights because they didn't have availability for 2, and then we'll each have our own room. I will kick you out because of your snoring. But just for reference, this was about 42 Canadian dollars, so about 30 US for the room, breakfast included. It's actually quite spacious. There's a closet over here, and then let me show you guys the washroom. Also quite big. You get an Echo in here. And then, in my opinion, one of the best parts is that we have this beautiful patio here on the second floor where we can sit and have a coffee. We're more or less in the center of town, so it's perfect. first impressions of Luang Prabang. I like that they have sidewalks.
And the peace and quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be very peaceful here, Dad.
Yeah, very peaceful.
Luang Prabang's got a population in the city of only about 60,000 people, but it's kind of like the cultural and artistic heart of the country, so a lot of tourists spend a lot of time here. The first stop that we made downtown, guys, was at a bank ATM, and that is a tip that I recommend for all of you, to only use ATMs when they are like connected to a bank. And as you can see, there's like a security guard out there. For some reason in the airport, the ATMs were outside, which I don't love. Like, I'm sure it's fine, but this is just a safer option.
Yeah, all along here.
This is really nice.
This is very beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So this restaurant came up as really well rated in Google Maps, and it's supposed to have a really beautiful view of the Mekong River. I think we just go down here, hope for the best. Hello. Yeah, look at this. Very nice. Gorgeous. So I'm still trying to remember the currency conversion, but for reference, guys, 20 Lao Kip is about $1 with the current conversion. So like you can get a beer, you know, for about $1. Some of the appetizers, like a papaya cucumber salad, you know, maybe about $1.50. Of course, if you get some of the main dishes that come with a bunch of sides and it's like meat, 139. I guess that would be about like $8, something like that. So pretty reasonable. And of course here we are paying for the view, so also worth it. Of course we got to start things off with the local beers. So I got a beer Lao. As you guys know, my dad is not a beer drinker, so he's going hard with the water today. They didn't have smoothies. Usually you'd get a smoothie, yeah, right?
It's water.
Yeah. Our first dish has just arrived, and this is a green papaya salad with cucumber. Alright, so we're gonna try some of the salad. I do like a good papaya salad. I asked him not to make it too spicy though. It's too spicy. Not for you, Dad. Oh my god.
You forgot.
It is so spicy, you guys. So we already dug into the veggie fried rice, one of my dad's favorite things. Veggie fried rice. And then we decided to get the Mekong fish sizzling platter kind of thing, and that came with some potatoes, some kind of mushroom gravy, and a very drowned salad. And yeah, overall the food has been pretty good, but it is definitely the view that is the star of the show. And that brings us to the end of today's video, my friends. We are officially in Luang Prabang, and just from first impressions, I am already a fan. It is a very charming little city, and I'm excited to see more of this area. Actually, let me know in the comments if any of you guys have been here, and if you have any suggestions of anything south, like towards the capital. We sadly won't have enough time to go all the way south on the other side of the country, but we are going all the way to Vientiane, so if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Once again, I want to say a big thank you to Ritual for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to have that QR code and link down below so you guys can get 30% off of your first month. And as always, I'm sending you so much love. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye guys.